Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Love, God, and the Art of French Cooking. I'm James Twyman, the author of the book of the same name. We're really glad that you could join us in this discussion about spirituality, food, and how they all come together to teach us how living a vulnerable, open life can really change the world. And of course, as always, I'm joined by my friend Roger Dufau, who, if you haven't read the book now, I think you really need to, because it's a wonderful way to meet this guy and to hear his philosophy, not only about food, but in natural ingredients and healthy living, and of course spirituality, because they all are intertwined, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean, holistic living means to live it all together.
To live it all together. You can separate nothing from nothing, basically.
Nothing from nothing. I like that.
From nothing.
And so today we're going to be talking about something very simple, something that we even may take for granted sometimes, and that's how to make a great salad. Roger is going to demonstrate that for us. And we're going to talk, and one of the things about the book is that there are these amazing conversations and that we have, and this allows them to come to life. So we're just going to open it up and share a little bit. So let's talk about a salad.
That's almost for raw people, you know, like you have a raw food movement starting a little bit. I'm not raw food personally because I still like a few protein and a little bit of cooked stuff. And I don't want to eat everything raw or go back to the Garden of Eden. But I love salads, so let's honor the raw food people. And it has been existing for a long time, by the way. And to be honest, I don't have a name for the salad. I just grabbed the thing I had in the kitchen, and I'm just going to put it together. So you name it the way you want.
So spontaneity, I mean, how often do you, obviously you're an amazingly trained chef, but do you think that spontaneity is something that you draw upon a lot?
Look what you get in your fridge or in the larder or wherever, and put it together. Basically, it comes down not to follow a recipe word by word, measure by measure. Just feel free to put things together and even take a chance.
You know, it almost reminds me of, say, a pianist who they spend years learning the practice and the dynamics of playing the piano, but then there comes a point when you have to forget that.
Yes.
And then just be spontaneous, but you have to learn it first.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you spent many years.
Yeah, definitely. Because naturally, you will pull apart what doesn't seem to work. Because you will know it instinctively. You know, for example, you know, you're not going to mix things that are totally separate. Or in the way of, you know, like, for example, if I will put a piece of chicken with this or a piece of dead fish, you know, that has been kind of cooked for 3 days, it will not go. You know, everything is fresh and has to be sparkling here. So I use all the things that nature provides. However, you know, I have a little bit of papaya. I remember we did a fruit salad this morning. So I have half the papaya left. I found the cucumber. I have 2 mango here. I have 2 avocado, which are nice and ripe. And then I had some Granny Smith, and I say, okay, you know, I had 2 Granny Smith. I say, well, why don't we peel them? I had 3 strawberry left. So, you know.
So this is all stuff left over from breakfast for the most part.
Then I had, well, this I bought, you know, a nice tomato, you know, ripened tomato that ripe on the vine, that are getting ripe on the vine. I mean, you have, there's plenty of this now. And 2 endive, Belgian endive, you know. And here I have a little bit of arugula, which is a little bit spicy. You know, it's a kind of, it has a little bitterness, which is interesting. You can put other stuff if you want, eh? So, and this thing, I'm going to clean this up, you know, first of all, you know, make sure that I should have had them clean up over there to save time. And, you know, they ripe. Oh, everything has to be ripe, eh? Nothing that, that is, you see, if I was a Chinese, I would do it this way, but I learned the other way. So I follow the, you know, you have to follow the, you know, this thing is flat in the middle, so you have to pick it up, make sure that, and you use, of course, as much as possible. So I'm just going to dice this.
Now, something else that you talk a lot about is not going cheap on ingredients, not buying things just because they're cheap. Sometimes you spend a little bit more money, but you're getting something that is really amazing.
Well, of course, you know, like if you have a family of 5 to feed, And you know what I'm talking about, anybody will say, oh, this guy is very nice, but my income is so much, and how do I do? I agree, you cannot have some of this stuff. This costs $1 each. And you know, if you have 6 kids, they can eat 1 each, so that's $6 right there. You're not going to do it, but maybe put 1, you know, and put more of the stuff that costs less money, like the cucumber. The endive is a bit more money, but give them still something fresh, you know, because freshness is important. And they get their vitamin, they get what they need, and they won't be sick. So anyway, you know, if you want to save on your health cost, you know, eat properly, because your personal health, it's obviously has a lot to do with what you put in.
Right. So now we only have about 3 minutes left in this segment. So just tell us really quickly what you're going to do here, and then we'll cut to the finished product. So we've got the cucumber. We're going to chop that up.
I cut everything to chop, you know, chop, chop. You know?
Something else about being an expert. You can do it quick when you have to.
That's right. Chop, 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 chop. Everything. And now I have some lemon juice, olive oil, salt and garlic, a little bit of pepper, and I'm going to mix all this together, you know? You see?
The apple. It's amazing how quick this can be once you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah, that's right. And that's interesting because with the lemon juice, it won't go black, you know? Now, if you do this ahead of time, it will obviously be black. And the endive, this is a very important thing. This goes in the ground, you know, this one is white. So it's something that, okay. Now, I want a little bit of greenery, so I'm going to put this as well. Now, you know, if I can ask something of you, I will put this in.
Well, it's already looking amazing.
Is to have my lemon. Maybe you can do the juice for me, you know.
Okay.
You know why I do this? Because I soften up the skin. And by softening the lemon, the juice will come easier. See what I did? I roll it up first, which means I soften up the flesh inside. And then the juice will come much easier. Now, I will dice the tomato as well, put salt, sea salt as well. And there's one ingredient that I like you to put, which is interesting. You know, it's a Thai sauce, which is a little bit sweet and a little bit spicy. So I'm going to put a little bit of this, just a little bit. It's interesting. And my lemon juice, my avocado.
Wow.
What do I miss now? Garlic and parsley, of course, garlic and parsley. Then I've been chopping in the machine.
Wow.
This will give a nice flavor. I kind of mix it together. And don't forget, then I will add the avocado at the end. You can put some boiled eggs too if you want, you know. Little boiled egg, you know. And I promise you, I have to put a little bit of oil. If you don't like olive oil, put some, you know, vegetable oil, grapeseed oil, you know, peanut oil.
Wow.
You know,
so all in less than 10 minutes.
Very, very, very simple. And don't forget, then on top I'm going to put the avocado and the tomatoes.
Wow. Well,
so you see, it's a very simple salad, something that whatever
so
you
fresh.
have left, you know, very simple.
Just go into your refrigerator, see what you have left.
See what you have left.
Get some experience in how to combine things together.
Put it together.
Well, this is...
And bon appetit. With the
Bon appetit. This is an amazing thing just to be with this master chef. And I hope you're enjoying this as well. I hope you love the book, Love God and the Art of French Cooking. You're going to meet Roger and even me in a very new way.
Yeah,
so
quite a few recipes.
Yeah, a lot of,
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you
Thank
again
you
for
watching.
our next episode.
Very good. So that's simple.
Oh, perfect.